Welcome to Valladolid, a colorful colonial gem on Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula.
And home to Chichen Itza. Hey guys, two gay expats here. I'm Andy.
And I'm Trey. We are back in Mexico after our trip to the States to begin our Mexican residency process. If you missed that video, we'll pop that link for you in the info card above.
For the next couple of weeks, we'll be exploring the Pueblos Mágicos, or magic towns, of the Yucatan on a road trip around the peninsula.
We also plan to visit numerous Mayan ruins, including Chichen Itza, and splash around in some unbelievably gorgeous natural water holes known as cenotes.
Our trip begins in Valladolid, the third largest city in the Mexican state of Yucatan. Located approximately 160 kilometers east of the state capital in Merida and 150 kilometers west of Cancun, Valladolid's central location makes it a great base from which to explore the peninsula.
But our first stop is the main square in the city center, known as Parque Principal Francisco Canton. Here you'll find the main church, which dominates the skyline, as well as a beautiful fountain and lots of benches.
One of our favorite new finds are the Sillas Confidantes, or confidence chairs, also known as Sillas to Illo. You'll find them in many parks across the Yucatan Peninsula, but not in other parts of the country, which make them unique to this area.
Their exact origins are unknown, but a popular local story is that an overprotective father designed them to allow his daughter and her suitor to sit together and talk without touching one another. Whether that's true or not, we simply love them.
Our next stop is lunch at one of our favorites, Burrito Amor. It's the sister location to the one in Tulum, with a similar relaxed vibe set in a shaded garden. We order our go-to guacamole and a grande chicken burrito. Always delicious.
For dessert, you can't miss Wabi Gelato. It's the best in Valladolid. We ordered the black cherry gelato in a cone, and we can confirm the 5-star reviews of this place are spot on.
It's finally time to check in to our accommodations just outside of town. We chose the beautifully renovated Hacienda San Miguel, completed in 1570. This historic hacienda was used in many business ventures, including Henneken production and natural fiber, which brought great wealth to the Yucatan Peninsula.
Henneken is also known as Cecil for the nearby seaside town that exported it to the world.
Today, the hotel includes many amenities for well-heeled tourists, including a hammock area for relaxation, which is next to a nice-sized pool with loungers. There's also a stunning small chapel, no doubt used for weddings, and plenty of picture-perfect sitting areas around the property. We particularly like the seating areas at the main entrance to this hacienda.
As far as accommodations, you can opt for one of the 10 or so private villas just a short walk or drive from the main house, or a standard room just behind the main house.
We opted for the standard room, which includes a king bed, air conditioning, a coffee maker, complimentary bottles of water, an open closet, and a small terrace outside overlooking the courtyard. There's also a large ensuite bathroom and shower with good water pressure and hot water. Cheers.
Cheers. We just checked into Hacienda San Miguel, which is a gorgeous landed estate here just outside of Valladolid that dates back, I believe, to the 16th century. It's recently been restored, looks absolutely stunning, but our day has been a little bit derailed. We were supposed to be going to Valladolid Pride, which we just found out was this morning. We just found out that it's this evening. But unfortunately, when we went back to our car to come back to check in and change and drop off Patty, our car wouldn't start. So this is one of those things where travel, have to be a little bit flexible, but we're super impressed because there were a few guys on the water truck loading water on for their deliveries. They were like, "There's a guy who's a mechanic right next to you in that purple house." So Andy went over there, and super friendly. The guys taught us how to jump a car without even having jumper cables. You just push it. And we were like, what? We've seen it all the time in Mexico, and I didn't really understand what people were doing, but it's like a way to jump the car without jumper cables. And it totally worked for our car. So we were so impressed.
So you gotta come up with solutions for that thing.
Yeah, that was incredible. Andy actually was out there with his Google Translate too, because our Spanish is not that great, but everyone was absolutely so friendly and wanting to help us. So we're so grateful, and that's one of the reasons we love being in Mexico. It's not only is it super affordable here, there's incredible culture absolutely everywhere, but the people are just so genuine and super, super friendly. So now the mechanic is actually from the car rental company, is driving from Cancun to Valladolid. It's going to take 2.5 hours to come check out the car, and they said they were going to swap and give us a new one. So super friendly. What an amazing experience, even though it's been a little bit of a dampening of our evening. But wow, we're here with our wine. Undampening. We've showered now, feeling super refreshed. Patty's napping in the AC, which I think we're going to have to go back to the AC shortly. It was 96 degrees today, so it's incredibly hot here on the Yucatan Peninsula in the summer.
See? It's really nice and warm.
After our refresh and car swap, we drive to nearby Guayma, as the town's proximity is one of the reasons we decided to stay at Hacienda San Miguel. Guayma is a truly off-the-beaten-path highlight of the Yucatan.
Back in Valladolid, we don't want to miss the Valladolid Gay Pride Festival of Art and Queer Culture in Candelaria Park. We missed the parade earlier, so we're happy to enjoy this non-commercialized gay pride experience now.
For a late dinner, we try the highly recommended and gay popular Canato Valladolid. The atmosphere here is very romantic. They also keep the copal burning all around us to keep the mosquitoes at bay. We love the smell, and it truly works.
The food and service are excellent, but we have to call it a night as we have an early start tomorrow.
For our next adventure, we are off to Chichen Itza, one of the new 7 wonders of the world.
Chichen Itza means mouth of the waterhole, or cenote of the Itza tribe. It's a must-see if you are anywhere on the Yucatan Peninsula.
We recommend arriving 30 minutes before opening at 8 a.m. to be among the first to enter this incredible site. Parking is 80 pesos, or around $4, and admission to the archaeological site is 538 pesos, which is just under 28 USD. There are official guides for just 100 pesos, or 5 USD, which we love to fully appreciate the site.
Of course, the highlight of any trip to Chichen Itza is the main temple. The temple was built to pray and worship. It is also the best representation of the Mayan calendar.
There are 91 steps on each of the 4 sides, which adds up to 364 steps, plus the top to total 365 days in a year.
On the equinox of March 21st, the time to plant, and September 22nd, the time to harvest, the shadow of the serpent or snake can be seen. The snake was important to the Mayans as it represents life and fertility. You will see the head of the snake on the main temple and around the site.
After you take your photos at the main temple, head to the adjacent warrior temple where sacrifices of young people were made. The fresh heart was placed in the hands of the messenger statue at the top as an offering to the sun god.
On your way to the ball court on the opposite side of the site, you'll find a skull wall to scare enemies.
The last don't miss thing to see at Chichen Itza is the largest ball court in Mesoamerica. Only the upper class could watch from the sides, with the local king and priest on opposite sides of the court. It's a 1-score only game, with the man able to find the hoop on the wall with the natural gun ball, winning the high honor of being sacrificed then and there.
As a pro tip, you can skip the cenote. It's a far walk through tons of vendors, you can't swim, and it's not the most attractive water. So if you're pressed for time, it's definitely the one thing to skip.
Head to another nearby cenote like Iquil or Oxman, but first stop in Peace Day at Pollos Las Esperanza for 2 hearty grilled chicken plates with a couple of Mexican Cokes for just 190 pesos, or less than $10 for both of us.
We skip the crowds at Cenote Iquil at Chichen Itza and drive to Cenote Oxman to enjoy the rest of the day. Here you'll find a large pool with loungers and plenty of sunshine or shade to relax, a small bar to buy drinks, and of course, an amazing cenote below ground to cool off. The rope swing is definitely a popular option to enter the cenote for the first time. Another must-see area of Valladolid to explore is Sisal Park.
Here you'll find the huge convent of San Bernardino de Siena, which was the first home of the Catholic Church's Franciscan order in Valladolid.
The convent oversaw the early conversion of the Mayan population hundreds of years ago.
In Sisal Park, you will also find the colorful letters in this Pueblo Mágico. Pueblo Mágicos, or magical towns, are specially designated as such by the Mexican government for their historic or cultural importance in order to boost tourism.
For our last night in Valladolid, we head to the gorgeous Hotel Maison del Marqués. On the rooftop, Don Diablo Terraza Bar and Restaurant has the best views of the main square and Iglesia de San Servacio.
There's a beautiful bar and plenty of seating, but do reserve ahead as they were completely full last night. Also, it's worth mentioning that you must order food here in order to enjoy a cocktail.
We split the creamy tomato soup and chicken burger with fries. For dessert, the chocolate mousse with strawberries is the highlight of the meal.
After sunset, Don Diablo really amps up the ambiance with these fun globes. On the way out, we take note of the sexy mood lighting and romantic candlelight at the foot of the stairs. We would definitely consider a stay at this beautiful hotel next time.
It's so well located across the street from the park where Trey finally finds a hat that works, and it's only 150 pesos, which is less than $8. The main square also comes alive at night when the heat subsides. The fountain is turned on, there is dancing, and of course, plenty of Yucatecan food options. It's the perfect way to end our day.
Good morning. We are up early. It is our last day in Valladolid, but we have a few more adventures in store. We're headed off to a healthy breakfast in town first, and then we are headed to the famous Cenote Suiten. We've heard some mixed reviews, to be honest, but we're super excited to check it out. And then later today, we are headed off to Merida, and then we are going to stop in Izamal, I believe it's called, which is the Yellow City, which is also kind of where we're staying here at this hacienda. So hopefully a little bit more of the same, but it'll definitely be incredible. There's huge arches, looks like a super cute city, and it'll be a great stop on our way to Merida.
On arrival at Cenote Suitun, we purchased tickets for 150 pesos each, which is about $7.50 US. We head down a steep flight of stairs to the subterranean cenote, one of the most famous in the world. We are completely blown away by the natural beauty here.
Looking up, you will see the central light source to the cenote, as well as many stalagmites and stalactites. This is definitely one of the most beautiful cenotes we've been to in the Yucatan. And with only a handful of people here, including us, we have plenty of time to splash around and have some fun.
Wow, that was incredible.
It's so worth it. Definitely don't miss Cenote Suiten. We were so apprehensive at first, but oh my gosh, everyone was incredibly friendly. We actually got in at least 15 to 20 minutes before it officially opened. So I think we were the second ones there. It's getting really crowded now at 9:15 already, but the lifeguard was incredibly nice. She took so many photos of Andy and I from so many different angles. So don't be afraid to come here on your own. There are definitely amazing lifeguards that take all the best photos. So we were stoked. It's totally worth it. There's also a cute little gift shop. There's a bar. Of course, there's showers and changing rooms. They're building new outdoor showers which look amazing. There's a cafeteria, and if I didn't mention already, there's a bar. They're already shaking up cocktails, so. But we need to go to breakfast. We skipped it to get her early, and now we're gonna go to breakfast, go pick up Patty, and then we're headed off to Merida and Izamal.
For one of the best breakfasts or lunches in Valladolid, don't miss Yerba Buena del Sisal across from Sisal Park. If you are vegan or vegetarian, you're going to especially love this restaurant. Once we saw the cookie display, we knew it was going to be a delicious place to eat.
The garden is a calm oasis with shaded tables and live music. We skip the healthy options and go for our favorite, the chilaquiles, a traditional Mexican breakfast dish. It's basically corn tortillas with salsa, cream, cheese, onion, sliced avocado, topped with either egg or chicken.
The chilaquiles at Yerba Buena del Sisal are one of the best we've had in Mexico.
Well, that's a wrap for our first trip to Valladolid. We'll definitely be back, and stay tuned for our next adventure as we head to Merida next.
And if you like this video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel.
For more of our adventures, head over to our travel blog at twogateexpats.com and follow us on your favorite socials at twogateexpats.
See you on the next adventure.
Hasta luego.